Hi guys, welcome back to West Coast Gamers. It's Teasdale here, and we are here for another video. This one is a bit more stock, a bit more normal than what I would usually play. This deck is made by Parallax. I've made a couple of changes, but basically it's just red-white synthesizer with rights in, really. Rights of initiation is you discard any number of cards at random, and creatures get +1/+0 until end of turn for each card discarded this way. So the main pull towards right is with Kuldotha and obviously these early creatures. You can basically try and kill really quickly, trying to get under Storm more than anything. It's also quite good at just stealing games, just out there. But that is I'd say the innovation for the red-white synthesizer list. Some lists have been run Kuldotha Rebirth. Some obviously have went for like the Ardent Recruit and a lot more bigger guys, but this is trying to go as wide as possible and kill them as quick as possible. Main thing is I've added another Ancient Den Great Furnace. I do think obviously it hurts a little bit because it does make you a bit more vulnerable to artifact hit, but I think having Metalcraft for the Galvanic Blast and also a target for the Kuldotha Rebirth is really important. And there's 6 basic eggs or Wellspring effects in the deck, just to try and make sure you get some more draws and value with your Core Skyfish and Glint Hawk. So there's the 4 synthesizers, and then there's the 4 Wellsprings and 2 eggs, which basically just gives you that little bit extra. Obviously, eggs not as good. It can help in certain situations with fixing if you feel needed, but the makeshift munitions obviously gives you just that reach. Obviously, incredible card, incredibly good with the Kuldotha Rebirth to sack the tokens if you feel necessary. The Secret Away obviously is just an insanely good card as well, especially in this deck. Everything else is fairly stock, really. We've got the 8 red-white jewels, 4 other artifact, 6 other artifact lands, and then just some basics to round it off. Moving on to the sideboard, we have 3 Gorilla Shamans, obviously for affinity. Can come in this sort of matchup as well, if you think they are heavier on, like myself, with the artifact lands. There's 1 Relic. It's just trying to catch all. There's a lot of random reanimated decks. Okay against Storm, good against the Ephemerate Shells. Might not be necessary, might be able to just go under those kind of decks, so we'll see how that performs. There's 2 Lone Missionaries, obviously just for the life gain. They also do kind of stall Storm for can stall Storm for quite a bit, so there is a potential to board them in there if we do think things aren't necessary. Leave No Trace, obviously Boggles is dotted around quite a bit at the moment. It's just trying to hose that and keep that down just a little bit. The 2 Shamans, obviously there for any ground-based aggro decks. Also quite a good way to interact with certain decks that you can't really. 2 Electricaries, obviously phase pretty much everywhere. Also just good in general, good against Boggles if you're on the player. Catches other decks, like Elves. Hits Stompy a little bit. And then there's just 3 red elemental blasts just to round it off, just for any blue based interaction that we feel necessary. But yeah, that's basically the quick deck, and I hope you guys enjoy the video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys for round 1. Hi guys, welcome back. We are in round 1, and we are on the draw. We can't keep this hand. Ship that back. And this is infinitely better. We can ship back a land, which I think is probably something that we'll look at doing. We'll probably ship back an Ancient Den here. And then we'll go from there. Start on Rustvale. I'm just going to lead on Seeker most likely. Oh. These absolute... I was taking the stop off my draw and it decided to yield. Awesome. Absolutely love Magic Online. Great client in every single way. So after we've basically just F6 our turn, I'm just gonna learn this. Speaking of it, it's Walker, so most likely against the Counterspell Affinity, which is blue-black based with a pretty free red splash. Let's see if we can come back game 1 after F6 in our turn 2. They do run a couple of copies of Cast Down as well. But he's just, I'm guessing he's just going to splurge a bunch of stuff and then Golf Blast my Seeker. He hasn't played a land for, never mind. And so he hasn't played a land for the turn, so he might try and Synthesizer here, but... So we're just gonna lead on Synthesizer here. So I can Synthesizer I can call Skyfisher the Synthesizer, but whatever I exile I can't play. So I think I'm happy enough just to bounce the Mountain here, I think. Also means I can call Skyfisher next turn. The Synthesizer if I feel that it's needed. Cast Down, yeah. So we have a Golf Blast for the Mirror Enforcer. So I think I'm just gonna call Skyfisher, bounce the Synthesizer, and just see what I hit. Go from there. Never mind. Crab. I like it. Can't pay for that. I'm gonna play this Mountain, which you knew about. Let's finally hit a red sauce. So we're going to start with probably this Glint Hawk. You might counterspell this or crab it. That is also an option you can do. I don't want to play a core Skyfisher, I don't think. I think I just want to lead on Thraben Inspector here, because I played my land drop for the turn to play one of the white cards, so if I hit a land it's dead, and then if I hit not a 1-mana spell it's dead. Two Mirror Shell Crabs is quite cool. I'm a fan. Any deck running Mirror Shell Crabs pretty awesome to me. Just gonna crack this clue in the turn. But obviously we are on turn 7 and it's still on 20. Just gonna attack here. I guess we call Skyfisher, like he can have another crab or a counter spell, which I'm not particularly bothered about. Thraben Inspector. Just gonna play that. I don't need to play this Synthesizer, but I haven't played a land drop. So then if I do hit a land, but again, then if I do hit any one drop, I can't play a land and cast it. So I think I'm just going to play this land and pass the turn. Black. Deadly Dispute. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep passing the turn, hold the bolt here. If anything that I feel necessary to bolt, probably something like a Disciple maybe, depending on the list. He's currently over halfway through his deck with 10 cards in hand. Cycle, Suffocating Fumes. But I do quite like this counter spell based, like counter control kind of based affinity deck. It's quite interesting. Yep. Main deck Spellbomb. Sure. I'm not going to bolt him in the turn. Just going to leave him Synthesizer here. Land. MTGO Wellspring. I'm going to play this land out of exile. Attack for 2. 7 card. 8, 9, 10, 11. So I don't want to play the egg here, just in case there is, for example, double Disciple and Shaman. Means I can at least bolt one of the Disciples. We finally got him sub 20. Gear Seeker here is very annoying. Blood Fountain's also annoying. He's gonna Blood Fountain, bring back the Mirror Enforcer. I'm just gonna end the turn, crack this clue. I think we'll start off by Cold Author Rebirth and the MTGO Wellspring. I don't want to do the Synthesizer because I can just exile it if I can just use its own ability. If I feel like I need to. Land. It's a bit awkward. I should have led on the MTGO Wellspring here, but I was thinking if I whiff on the draw, I could use this to gain some life or something if I needed to. I don't think I mind playing this. I can't kill the Gear Seeker, which is quite annoying. I can obviously try and kill the Mare Enforcer, but he does have a crab. Blood Fountain and a crab back seems quite cool as well. Definitely some interaction that I'm definitely all for. Blood Fountain. There's another crab there. Blood Fountain. There's Seek. He's only got 19 cards left in his deck as well. 6. Can't be blocked this turn. Sure. Hit 4/5. Go. I think at this point I'm just going to end of turn gain 3. And then try and hopefully make a big wide board here that I can hopefully try and write away. So I play makeshift munitions here. 3 mana open, so I'm playing round crab. Nice. And then I'm just gonna pass the turn. I can, if I feel necessary, bolt, Galv Blast and bolt the Gear Seeker. It's something I can look at doing. But I think I actually prefer going to his face and just trying to burn him out. I am hoping to basically get a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 mana open. So if I 7 him at end of turn with the Galv Blast and the Bolt, that puts him at 12. Then I attack for 7. He blocks potentially 2. He takes 6. That puts him at 6, and then I can munitions him. Yep. It's for 5. This is fine. I'm leaving the bolt here. Grabs this. So 3, 6, 7 goes to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On top one kills him, I think. If he has nothing, that is. Attack with all. Only blocks up. Ping his face. So he's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just start by sacking these things. Yep, cool. Whew. Managed to not get punished from F6 an hour turn 2, which was quite good. So for sideboarding here, we want the Gorilla Shamans. We also want the Relic, I think. Red Element Blast's weird because we didn't actually see any counter spells. He could have just replaced those with Crab. Where are the Gorilla Shamans seem to have disappeared. So Shaman's actually okay as well, but I don't think it's what we need. I don't mind this. Munitions is quite good for giving us reach, so is the rights. I can see shaving all 3 lightning bolts and probably a right, maybe a munitions, because he's most likely bringing in Hydro. You can also see cutting a golden egg. Yeah, I probably like that better. I don't think it's too necessary. I'm uncertain on bringing in the red elemental blasts because I don't know how good they're gonna be. I guess they hit Gear Seeker, but then it. Maybe she bringing in 2. Awkward card to Synthesizer with as well, so probably cut one of those. Cut a munitions. And just see how that goes. I don't think the red element blast is that great. I think this hand's keep. Good. Good keep. Just crag into the Raven Inspector here. And he mulls to 4. Ouch. Not good. But I imagine a deck like that with so many moving parts, with obviously Affinity mulligans quite well, but then you've also got the clunky cards like Crab, etc. So I'm just whatever he plays here, yeah. Cool. I don't know if I want to hold. I don't know if I want to play the Shaman yet. I'm probably just gonna lead on Seeker here. There's 2 cards, and I don't want to just have the Shaman get Hydro Blasted. That's more what I'm hoping for. Cool. I'm just going to Gorilla Shaman his lands here. Yep. Down 1. Guard Blast the Shaman. So we do have the backup Shaman, which is obviously good. By his tap down, I'm just going to play his munitions to punt this. I don't need a Skyfish or the Raven Inspector or anything like that. Just going to try and kill him as quick as possible. Play it down for the turn. Just while he's on 1 land, take advantage of it. Yeah, nice. Unfortunate that it was a multi-4 there. Obviously don't really want to win like that, but a win's a win, obviously. And I will see you guys for round 2. Hi guys, welcome back. We are on the play here. And we will take the play. And I think this hand's a keep. there's no real threat, but we've got obviously a lot of interaction. Got our mana sources, and the 2 Wellsprings here are obviously redraws. I think the hand's fantastic. Slivers. Okay. Course Skyfish is a good draw here. Just gonna play out the Wellspring here. Seek is a good draw also. We're just gonna most likely kill the 2 drop he plays, either be Gemhide or a Lord. Hit for 2 is fine. I think I'm gonna play Core Skyfisher here, bounce the Wellspring, and then just bolt the predatory Sliver. It's got a lightning bolt. Obviously, these do more damage later on. Could have been awkward to mutagenic growth, I guess. So yeah, the Gemhide resolves here. Obviously you can use the Metallic Sliver to... Nope. Okay. Double Lord here is also something to worry about, so that puts them to 3 3s. If that's the case... Going to attack for 2 here, and I think I'm going to actually play the Thraben Inspector, as I think it can snowball, but I think tapping out for the Thraben Inspector is fine, to then untap to then look at start Galv blasting his guys. This gains, the Seeker gains his life as well, and we can, if we feel needed, we can block with the Thraben Inspector. He is mana screwed by looks. He's colour screwed even. Well, generally he just missed on his land drops, it seems like. So maybe it was a good idea to Galv blast the Gemhide. Flank and shot. Muscle Sliver. Okay. Okay. Still no attacks. I think we laid on the Wellspring here in case we find a mountain, which means that we can then double Galv Blast as well. Nice. So we can play this mountain here, and we can actually just send with everything. So I think what I want to do is I want to Galv Blast the Muscle Sliver here. Which makes them bounce off each other, so I'm not too fussed. Then I think I want to actually Galv Blast the Gem Hide. This just cuts him off massively on mana. And I do it now just to prowess this, just to gain that extra damage. I think. Nice. Cool. All the lords. It's fine. Play a Wellspring. The awkward thing with attacking with the Seeker here is basically I can attack with the Seeker, he can double block. Once I've assigned blocking orders, he can give the front one protection. So then he basically just gets to eat my Seeker for free. So I think I then just play another Seeker here, play my land drop, and then just fly for 2. I'm just hoping he doesn't have the provoke sliver here. Three, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 18, 19. So you can't all out attack. Okay, it's fine. Those guys are just getting rather annoying. Three, 6, 9, 12. 2 guys back. Can't block very well here. Lightning bolt. So I guess we lead on Ica Wellspring. He's obviously got no cards in hand. I was just about to say, I think a Called Off a Rebirth would actually be quite good here. Just gonna always yield to all these. This gives me 4 blockers, including the Thraben Inspector, while also being able to attack. I guess we then lead on Synthesizer. This obviously means that they just get through as well, which is quite good. Planes. Might as well just play that. We can obviously hold up Clue if we feel needed. Obviously we're gaining at least 5 this turn. At least, most likely 6 as well, because I'm most likely going to bolt something. Oh. I'm able to gain any. This is fine. So 4 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take 9. He's on 7, so if he does go for an all-out attack, obviously he's, but best case, got one blocker, depending on what he draws. Take 9 here. I'm just going to end a turn, draw a card. Yeah, I'm not particularly fussed about these guys dying. Just attack here. And then bolt him. Cool. Nice. So then moving into sideboard. I think we probably want these. I don't think Electrica is the greatest, but if you can answer the Lord, it basically answers the rest of them. Munitions is good. Seeker's good. Cold Offer's good. Lightning Bolt's good, I think. We probably don't want Rights, I guess. I guess we don't need to just cheese out wins. Maybe we just cut 1 Cold Author, 1 Thraben Inspector. Like, I think Thraben Inspector is generally better. But being able to use the Cold Author to just sacrifice the Wellsprings to just get stranded is probably not the worst to have still have access to. I think this is a key. 2 forms of interaction for every players. If not, we can most likely just synthesize on 3 here. And he was down to 5? 6. Okay. Bodyguard. I just want to play the Crag out here, I think. Probably going to play some 2-mana Sliver. Yep. Hit for 1. Just going to Gall Blast this now. Cool. I think I'm just going to play this Glinthawk and bounce the Great Furnace. Like, I think I'm fine with that exchange. gonna play this again. Cool. He's got 3 cards left in hand, and I'm just trying to slow him down. Obviously, the Gem Hide speeds him up quite a lot, and the Muscle Sliver gives him potential inevitability over my burn spells. Sure. Big issue with this deck is there's just a lot of 2s, so you really need to hit 2 and 4 mana very, very quickly. So we're gonna lead on Synthesizer here. Hit another Synthesizer. I think that's fine. We do have a likelihood of whiffing here if we hit a 2-drop. Again, I'm just gonna play the land now. Obviously we're just gonna whiff whatever because we played a land drop, but it does give us another Synthesizer in play, which is good. Yep. Gets to hit for 3. Obviously, you could start Masked Vandal and stuff, is something I'm most likely concerned about. That was actually quite a reasonable draw. It's more like a fallback. So I think I'm just going to lead on Core Skyfish. I don't need to. I'd rather just him splurge his hand out before I even commit to these. Commit to the Shaman. Land's nice. So if we hit a red spell here, we whiff. Or a 2-drop. So I probably don't need to commit anything as of yet. So I'll probably just play this land. Do I just want to play the Shaman out? Potentially. I can see playing the Shaman out and just having it sitting here. It could slow down his threats just it being there. Obviously it doesn't hit ours, which is great. Found his 4th land drop, which is good for him. Great stuff is fine. Vigilance. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got no cards in hand. Is he attacking? He's attacking for 8. One, 2. I think I can block 1 here. I think that's fine. Take 4, then play the Synthesizer to then look at wiping his board and keeping our flyers. Obviously, if we draw like an electric or a burn spell for this bodyguard, it's just even better. So, I guess we lead with the Furnace. This is normally a 2-2, right? Yeah. Cool. Rust. So we can play this, I guess. Maybe shouldn't have done that. Maybe should have obviously sacked these first. So shift, sack this. Let me exile this. See what we hit. On the muscle sliver. And shift. See what we hit. So if we hit like a lightning bolt or even a electricity, we can hit this. So currently got 2 damage on there before the bodyguard. So I'll probably sack the Great Furnace. That's 3. Probably 2 would have been fine actually. Because this is on this. So then it'll have 3 damage on and then a -2. So that should be fine. So that gets protection from red. And then I get a card off Synthesizer. Rebirth's nice. And then the last one kills the rest of the guys, which then kills the muscle sliver. Nice. And then I then play the Wellspring. And then I just pay red and sack for this. And then start hitting for 4. Obviously he's got 0 cards in hand. And we are hitting for quite a lot. Put him at 10. To then hit for 7 next turn. It was a good draw from him as well. He hit 3 targets. Destroy target enchantment. Okay. So it's for the gem hide. We attack with all. So probably lead on Seeker here. Play the Glinthawk, bounce the Rustvale. And then just play this to crack the clue end of turn if we need to, and then he's dead in the air. As he has a Sidewinder Sliver and a Violent Sliver and an Unknown in hand. So yeah, it was quite alright, it went well. I was pretty proud of the Shamans there. But yeah, this deck seems pretty powerful and definitely just win out of incremental damage, which is good. And I will see you guys for round 3. Hi guys, welcome back. We are on the draw and this hand seems pretty good, so we will keep. Mono blue, or at least some sort of fit. 1 top, 1 bottom. Okay. Maybe there was an argument there for Glinthawk, just playing Ancient Den and Glinthawk. It just blocks this ninja. Blocks this fairy, so you can't ninja here. Yeah. So, it's not a bad one. So, hope he doesn't have mutagenic growth. Just going to Galv Blast this now. I think I'm going to actually just play the Ancient Den and play the Glinthawk. And just bounce the Ancient Den. So we're going to try and use this Glinthawk to just block stuff. So, how concerned about Force Spike am I? That's basically the question here. Because I think I just want to play Ancient Den, Core Skyfisher. And just, again, bounce my land. But if he has Force Spike here, it's pretty annoying. Yep, nice. It's a bit awkward that we have to return our lands, but the fact that we're just going to prevent ninjas here is good for us. And he has to force to snap something. Yep. To try and get through for ninjas. But I'm hoping it basically means that him tapping out, him basically casting these to get ninjas means that he can't hold up counter spells and stuff. Block one, ninja the other. So, I can play the Core Skyfisher again, bounce the land, but I think because one of them's not flying, I'm just going to play the Secret. It means I can start advancing my land drops. I'm not going to attack, just going to hold back. It does mean the Seeker can trade, like, does trade. That's fine. This is fine here. It means he takes two, and we can just Core Skyfisher the Glinthawk. I'm actually just going to trade here. D-Power's the other guy. Yep. Again, this is just meaning that all my spells are resolving though as well. So I don't think it's too bad. Galv Blast. I don't mind just Galv Blasting this here. Probably should have played it land. Never mind. The good old shame land. Core Skyfisher, which he knows about, means we can bounce the Glinthawk as well. 3 cards in hand and one's a Fairy Seer. Miscreant. And he can't attack with this. Just gonna lead on Synthesizer here. Probably gets spell stuttered. Nope. Ica Wellspring. I think I'm actually... I think I'm just going to play that. Spell Pierce, shot. 1 card in hand. Is it another Spell Pierce? That's the question. Let's find out. Was not. This is good for us. We can now start Glinthawking. Oh, okay. We can Glinthawk the Synthesizer here. Does he have another ninja? I'm assuming so. Yep. And then he can play the Fairy Seer again. Two cards on bottom. Okay. Galv Blast. So I'm going to start with a Glint Hawk. To, yes, bounce Synthesizer. Hit a land drop. So I think I'm just going to play Seeker here. And then I'm just going to Galv Blast the Ninja. One, two, three ninjas down. Four ninjas down. 3 deep hours. 3 deep hours and a Moonsaker Hacker. So we've basically just got the board locked up from that point. Whew. So moving on to games 2. We want these red elemental blasts. And these 2 electricaries. I don't think we need the rights. And so makeshift munitions is good. Probably don't want one of these. Maybe actually all 3 of these are probably pretty bad. They are really good for fighting ninjas. Is basically one of these resolve and kills 2 ninjas, potentially 3, depending if they're Moonsaker hackers. But I think it's fine. I think that's fine to just shave them completely. It sounds slow, but it's got a lot of interaction, so I think I'm gonna keep this. We're on the draw. Play the Crag here. Just get access to our red spells. Hit for 1. Is he gonna ninja? No. So again, just play our tap lands here. If he's not gonna ninja, we're not particularly bothered. Spell stutter. That's fine. I'm actually just gonna kill this now. I maybe should have used the Galv Blast instead of the Electricary there. Moon Circuit, sure. It's a Blaze 3rd land drop, nope, okay. Seeker was a nice draw. I think we're probably best just doing this now. Just kills his pressure. Obviously we can Galv Blast any form of pressure he has here. Seeker. It's most likely getting counterspelled. That's resolving. Skyfisher. Counterspell. Sure. Then gets to bind the Seeker, which is quite annoying. Yep. So we are just flooding out a little bit. We have two forms of interaction, which is not the worst. Ponder. Like, he's low on cards. He's only got 2 cards in hand, got to 3 from this Ponder. And we do have red elemental blasts to hit this bind as well, which is a potential option. But we just need to start drawing our engine. He chose not to shuffle. Okay. But then passed. Go. And we don't have Metalcraft for this Galvanic Blast. Bit annoying. There's our Metalcraft, if this resolves, that is. And null. A null's annoying. Obviously, if that was a spell stutter, we could pay for it. If it was a spell stutter, we could have killed it, and if it was a spell paste, we could have paid for it. So that is slightly annoying. Maybe I should have tried to... This is fine. Especially if he's not ninja in here. That was... Even though it was a land, it was actually quite a good draw, because it means we have Metalcraft for these. I'm actually just going to try and do this now. I probably should have done this before he drew, but... Is he another? A Dispel. Cool. Maybe I should have just... Instead of being greedy, just double targeted the Spire there. It was quite greedy by me. Oh wow. So we kept Electrickery, Core Skyfisher, Galv Blast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 lands, is it? Something along them lines. And withdrew nothing but lands. Basically drew a Synthesizer, a Seeker, and potentially a Galv Blast. So, Synth here, hopefully resolves. Nope. Hit for 4 here. We're at a 3-turn clock. Hacker shot. Red Elemental Blast. Oh dear. So we can Red Elemental Blast the bind, or we can just Red Elemental Blast one of his guys, like the Hacker. I think I'm going to do the bind here. Just going to do the bind so it untaps and hopefully draw something. Worst case scenario, I guess it blocks this, but cool. Counted. Wellspring. We get a redraw, I guess. Yeah, redraw that gains his life. Puts it to 5, 2, 4, 5, 6. Red Elemental Blast. So if I Red Elemental Blast this, cool. Yeah, we got a bit flooded there. There's the cards that we were after. I don't think that was a showing really of the deck. It was more just got a bit flooded. Hi guys, welcome back to round 4. I am unsure what happened with the recording. For some reason it stopped midway through round 3. Unfortunately we did end up losing that. Unsure what happened there, but here we are for round 4. And we are on the play and we're against Kali, so he's most likely on Storm or Familiars. And we will take the play. This hand seems pretty good. We're just going to play the Glinthawk out here just to get aggressive. So, see how this goes. Yeah. He's on Storm. I'm actually just gonna Gold Author this. Just to try and get aggressive as possible. Oh dear. 2 black. Night Whisper. Oh Jesus. The man with the nice basics. In a relay. Okay. So I can hit for 5 here, put him to 11. And then probably bolt him at end of turn. Unfortunately, no rights to fully punish him. But do I want to bolt him here, or do I want to play the Synthesizer to try and activate the Garv, like get Metalcraft for the Garv Blast? I think I probably just want to bolt him or bolt Flame Breather / 3/2, depending on the build that he's playing. I do hope he's playing the Flame Breather version and not the 3/2 Weather the Storm build. So there's a flame breather. Right about that. Get hit him for 4. Assuming he blocks one of those. And we'll lead on Synthesizer here. Mountain's fine to play. And we're just trying to force him to go off at inconvenient times, really. Give him the least time possible. So you might have Weather the Storm main as well, which is something to worry about. Obviously we can't stop whatever he's doing here, we have no form of interaction for that. Make another 2-2. He's got another Night's Whisper. Night's Whisper is actually quite good from exile in the sense for us, because he's at that low life where obviously he can just be burnt out. Don't make green. We just hope he's not making green. Deadly Dispute's obviously good for him. I do like these Secret Lair lands. They just look very strange. This is too blue for me. But I guess that's the case with quite a lot of them. A lot of the Kami lands are also the same. Lotus Petal. Oh, Flame Breather. Lotus Petal. Very high chance we could die here as well. What I'm hoping for is he whiffs, feels like he has to Night's Whisper, then whiffs and passes turn. There's a Night's Whisper, which is good for us because it means we can hit in the air for 2 and then we can get Metalcraft. Kane's fine, and then it means he can then Galvanic Relay, and if that's his game plan, that's good for us. Impulse. Flame Breather Ritual. Cabal Rate, yeah. He's still had 6 cards in hand, and only 6 cards left in his deck. Flame Breather, sure. Obviously I can't interact with this because this only does 2 damage. It's got 4 mana floating. We have to hope that he's basically running out of stuff and he has to relay and pass the turn. and then relay. We're on 9. He's got a flame breathe for next turn, so I think most likely if he just passes here, we can untap, fly for 2, put him at 3, play our Wellspring, play our Ancient Den, play our Ancient Den, play our Wellspring, hold the bread to Gal Blast him. Take 2 at 7. And we got him. So, going into boarded matchups, there's not really much else we can do apart from we can bring in Shaman. It's something we can bring in as a way to answer this the Flame Breathers, but I don't really think that's where we want to be. I could be wrong. Durdling with these and munitions is probably bad. Maybe I don't want munitions at all. I think we can try this. Oh dear. So this is a lot slower, but I think we can't mulligan hands like these. We just have to hope we can apply enough pressure. We're gonna lead on Seeker to basically try and gain life to get out of range. Is probably our best bet. He's going to go for whatever he's going for. 4 cards in hand. Pal pass, sure. Just going to play this egg. I'm playing this before playing a land in case I hit a mountain. Deadly Dispute is Pell. That's quite good for us because you didn't get the value off like the star or that is obviously just drew. Core Skyfisher. As much as I want to play that, I'm unsure if I can. I probably can. And just bounce the egg. Maybe I could have bounced the synthesizer as well, but probably best just bouncing this. Maybe the synthesizer and accepting that we're going to lose a land here. We're going to lose a spell. Just means we can play a lot cheaper stuff. Weather. He's prepared for a weather. Just hope he doesn't have a relay to follow it up. Yeah, he most likely does. 27. That's a petal for it. Oh, he didn't have a relay, which is really good for us. If that's the case, I'm just gonna lead on the Skyfisher. Bounce a synthesizer. Play the synthesizer. Lightning bolt. Play the Glinthawk. Bounce the synthesizer. Wellsprings a bit annoying, but I'm sure it's fine. Hit him for 6. And we're on 31. So he's probably at the point where it's pretty close that he can't physically kill us as well. Or it'll be very difficult for him to go off in one turn to kill us. Make a 2/2. If we draw rights at any point here, it's ouch. Unfortunate for him there. But yeah, managed to be a lot quicker, which is the main thing. All you can really do with Storm is just race. Especially the Flame Breather build, it's just a bit... it's a lot better for us in trying to race, because obviously we don't have access to weather main board. Anyways guys, we'll see you for round 5. Hi guys, welcome back to the final round, and we are on the play. And this hand is a keep. Can't see an issue with it. See if the rights can come in relevant. The first time we've seen it this league. So we are gonna lead off on the Rustvale. Rustvale, Great Furnace into Secret away is probably our best bet. Infect. Okay, well the lifelink's pretty irrelevant. Double rights. Okay. So I can either race this, or I can block it and force him to use a discard spell, a pump spell. There's a Giant Growth, do I care? One, two. I'm actually going to take this. Come. Another one. Okay. Should I play this out? He has missed a land drop, so it's a lot harder for him to kill me. So if he does decide to attack with both, I'm probably just going to take it here. One, two, three, 4. 5, 6 from playing the Wellspring. 7, 8 from playing the rights. Then discard and 1, 2, 3, 4. Giving them both +4, it's +8. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. Basically Do we 2 damage off? So, if we lead on Wellspring here, see what we draw. So if we play this right now, discard 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, so they get plus 4 plus 0 each, so it's 8, but then a 4/4s as well, so that's 8, so it's 16. So 2 damage off. Can we squeeze another damage out? So if we play a land, play rights, and discard one card, in plus 2, and then do it again, that's plus 2. So that's the case. We're on 3 infect. So I think we just play a Core Skyfisher here, Bounce Seeker Wellspring. We can use the Core Skyfisher to block 1. If he gets a second land, we might die. I'm just going to block 1 with a Core Skyfisher. Okay. Tap land's good for us. We die to Giant Growth. Giant Growth was mutagenic. Draw an egg. So four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Takes 8 off one of them. Or I can attack and he takes 5 off both of them if I play the egg. But then we don't have a blocker back. I like just attacking here, even though most likely he's gonna block 1. Chop. There's an easy chance we die here. If we don't die, that's obviously great, because he's pretty dead. It's really awkward that the rights just didn't work out. There were 2 damage off. He's now obviously 2 mana available. And we could just die. Just die double pump here. 5, 6. Yeah. Cool. Pretty unfortunate. We were 2 damage off lethal there. And I think that's it. I have no issues with that. Probably a Seeker. Maybe 2 Seekers. Maybe they're just good blockers. Probably just the rights, actually. We don't need a race in the way the rights do. I think this is fine keep. Yeah, just really unfortunate that just the way the spells lined up there. Ooh, 2 damage off. Maybe we should have went for it. Maybe we should have just went for the 2 damage off. I could see that being the correct play, and then maybe should have also held back another Seeker. I guess we just lead on Wellspring here. No reason to like play a Synthesizer or anything. Cool. But then we can play Synthesizer next turn off the Great Furnace. Double Lightning Bolt. Actually, I just lean on Synthesizer here. Golden Egg. I don't particularly care about that. So I'm just gonna Glint Hawk here. Bounce the Wellspring. I'm probably gonna bolt this now because he can use this in my turn, not his turn. Or if he wants to play a Vines on it, that is also fine. Apostle's Blessing. Sure. Another seal. Okay. Mutagenic's fine. I'll lead on Synthesizer here. Hit a land. So we can play this land. 3, 6, 7. Probably just crack one of these and just accept that with whatever cards off it is wasted. Yep. It's pretty unfortunate. It just means we can use this to block. Hopefully he has very little interaction and he has to try and use these, as these seals are quite annoying. Raven Inspector. Not the worst draw, just gives us 2 blockers. Eco Wellspring. Just trying to get through our deck, get the relevant cards. It's not bad. 2 pieces of interaction. It's got 1 card in hand. I think we probably lightning bolt one of these. Make him waste one of these, that's most likely nothing relevant. Just lay it down. That's fine by us. Sure. Just going to call Skyfisher back the Synthesizer because we can play a land off it. I'm not going to play it again. Just going to start getting in for 2. This is fine because it taps him out. Also, I remove his remove from combat so he doesn't take any infect damage. So it means it can still threaten it again. That was also a good draw. And play this. Just want to try and get another burn spell here. Echo Wellspring. Just going to attack here. Blocks with the token. That's fine. Just need another piece of burn, I think, and to try and tap the Blight Mamba's regeneration down. Got 2 cards in hand. Regeneration's fine. Now no one can still block it next turn. Good draw by us. Mountain. Just gonna crack this. Thraben Inspector's a good draw also. Just another chump blocker. Hitting for 6. Is he going to make a trade with a seal? Trying to Galv Blast this here, and then if he sacks a seal, I can respond with a electric, and he basically has to choose which one survives, which obviously is most likely this. Okay. He takes 4. Target creature gets +3/+3. Oh. I guess we target this now. And if he wants to put one of these on, that's fine. Or E. Seal's fine. another blind number. Sure. So he has to block here. If he uses his seal, then he pretty much can't win next turn. So he's just going to let it die. Interesting. I'm just going to sack this now. 2, 4, 6 cup. So that resolves. There it is. Gal Blast is done. Cool. Maybe I want these shamans as well. Just annoy the living life out of him. Munition seems good. Maybe Seeker's too slow. Maybe not. Maybe 1 Seeker, 1 Rebirth. Put in 2 shamans just to annoy the life of his Blight Mambas and ground guys. Oh dear. And he keeps 7 while we have a 1 lander with very few interaction. I think we can do better. We have no red, so we can ship one of these. I am going to keep this. I don't like the idea of going to... I've gone to 5. Is he going to try and kill us with normal damage? Nope. Okay. Oh dear. This becomes a 3-3. Four cards in hand. We can easily just die here. I guess just got a block here. It's really annoying because he doesn't have to commit any pump spells to this. Blight Mamba. Oh wow. We're probably dead again. The deck just ruining itself here. Maybe it does run too many white sources. 2, 4. 2, 3. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sure. Relic's an interesting one. I'm assuming he just thinks I'm normal Boros, which obviously we're not. We don't really have any graveyard interaction at all. Thraben Inspector. I'm just going to crack this clue now. Try and hit a red source. There's a red source. Just going to block this. Take 1. Alright, we're dead. Nice. GG, opponent. Yeah, I think we we would have had. So there we have it. That has been the league. We went 3-2 in total, which isn't the worst. The 2 losses were basically down to the mana base itself. I can't really do anything about it. I think the list is... The list's pretty strong. Obviously we went 3-2, not the end of the world. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. I can see easily doing this right now. I don't think going on a full 4 is what we want, just because obviously there's like affinity full 4 artifact lands, because there is just like affinity, etc., wildfire decks. And you just want something, like, you don't want to just lose to Shaman or Dust to Dust. I do think the deck is pretty strong. The rights were a bit awkward, but I could see me wanting them every time I played against Storm. Like the time I played against Storm, I was after them quite a lot. Munitions is obviously quite strong. I think the deck overall is really strong. I was quite impressed with the rebirths, just to put on pressure by sacking a land. Yeah, I think it was a good deck. I think I can still see running Rebirth over the Ardent Recruit. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the result. It should have most likely been 4-1 at least. Just 3 games there out of the 4 that we lost were due to the deck absolutely ruining itself. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.